Steve from Old Yorkshire Geek. I'm just doing a video of some of the Blu-rays and DVDs I've bought over the last couple of months. I don't often do this, but I've bought quite a few recently. So let's just get on with it, shall we? They're not in any particular order. First up, Megan, Unseen Edition. Great film, one of my favourite films of this year. It's a really good horror film. Well, not really a horror film, a sci-fi thriller. Obviously about a robotic doll that goes on the rampage, sort of, and it's really, really good, to give it a whirl. So that's that one. Next up, Star Trek Strange New Worlds, Season 1. I love Star Trek Strange New Worlds, I am an unapologetic fan of it. I loved Season 2 as well. Not quite as much as Season 1, but, well worth a go. Next up, Wolfen. A lot of these will be films that have appeared in either on the Magnificent Mondays or the Monday Moan, or even Friday Night Appointment with Fear. And this is a Friday Night Appointment with Fear film, Wolfen, starring Jack Finney. Great film. It's not a werewolf film, despite what the cover is, but it does have wolves in it. It's a great film. Give it a whirl. That's the Blu-ray, by the way. They've all been Blu-rays so far. I think there's just one DVD. Star Trek, the motion picture, director's cut on 4K. Top film. I remember seeing it at the cinema when I was 12 years old. I wasn't a huge fan then, because I was only 12, and it was a bit boring, to be honest. But now I love this film. It's one of my favourites. So there we go. Next up, The Blob. This is another one from Friday Night Appointment with Fear, the 1988 debut film from Chuck Russell, starring Kevin Dillon and the lovely Shawnee Smith. A great horror remake. Obviously a remake of the Stephen McQueen film. Next up, The Fifth Element, Multipass. Obviously, I've got this on DVD in the excellent yellow, DVD case and stuff. But I thought I'd get it on Blu-ray. There we go, The Fifth Element. Great film. Everybody's seen it. There's not many people that don't like The Fifth Element, but I'm sure there are some out there. But there we go. Multipass. Next up, a film that we did last Friday on Appointment with Fear. Dracula, 1992 Dracula. Francis Ford Coppola's film. Starring Gary Oldman, etc. One of the best Dracula adaptations. It's really, really good, and it won several Oscars, 3 I think. Right, next up, another one from the Friday Night Appointment with Fear, Frankenstein, The True Story, a TV. It was like a 2-part TV experience back in 1973, starring James Mason and many other people, and Jane Seymour. A really good, solid adaptation of the Mary Shelley novel. It's not the true story though, and it does differ from the novel in several ways, but it's still worth a go. Next up, we're getting there. Night of the Creeps. This is going to be this next week's Friday Night Appointment with Fear. It's a long time since I've seen this, so I got this on a bit of a hope and a prayer. Because I can't remember if I liked it or not. But I thought, well, we'll give it a go. And I've yet to watch this. So there we go. Obviously starring Tom Atkins, the debut feature from Fred Decker, who would go on to do the Monster Squad, and Star Trek Enterprise Season 4, oddly enough. Next up, Dracula, 1979 one with Frank Langella and Laurence Olivier. I think this is a German version. I think I couldn't get it on Blu-ray in English, but it is in English. It does have an English track. I've not got round to watching it yet, so I'm looking forward to watching that. That is actually my favourite Dracula adaptation. Speaking of Dracula, here's another one. Oop, wrong way around. Dracula AD 1972, another one of my favourites. To be honest, my favourite 2 Hammer Dracula films, this is a Hammer film obviously, is this one and the Satanic Rites of Dracula. Usually those are people's 2 least favourite Dracula films, but I love them. I think they're amazing. Obviously Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing. In this one we've got the lovely Stephanie Beacham. In the Satanic Rites of Dracula it's the same Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee, but the Stephanie Beacham character is played by Joanna Lumley, but that's well worth a go as well. But I haven't got Satanic Rites of Dracula because it's not out on Blu-ray. And finally, King Kong, one of my probably my favourite film of all time. This is a DVD featuring the excellent documentary. I forgot to call it. It's that good. I forgot to call it. Where are we? Here, Production 601. The documentary Production 601, the Peter Jackson produced documentary about the original King Kong, how it was made, and etc. It's well worth it. I've got it on Region 1 DVD, but I don't have a Region 1 player anymore, or a multi-region player, so I thought, well, I saw this. It's essentially the same thing, except it doesn't come with Son of Kong or Mighty Joe Young, which the Region 1 did. But anyway, so there we go. So that's it. That's my recently bought Blu-rays and DVDs, so I just thought I'd share that with you. So thanks for watching, wherever you are. Look after each other, and until next time. Where are we? There we go. I'll see the...